I am afraid that I wasted 3 hours of my life seeing this movie in theaters. It is not what I thought that it was going to be. I couldn't tell from the trailer, but I thought it was going to be more horror-based, based off of the director's other work. He did Hereditary and Midsommar, but there were actually people that walked out of this movie. I, however, stuck it out because I really wanted to see if it would get better. I mean, I don't know. I think that walking out of a movie is a waste. Like, you spent the money, like, just stay. I was so bored that I did something that I never do. I checked my phone an hour into it because I was so bored. It reminds me of some of the movies from like back from like the early to mid 2000s that I was never into. It definitely reminds me, like, I couldn't tell you the names of these movies. For some reason I want to say like Royal Tenenbaums comes to mind, but like I've never watched the movie. But I don't know, it's just one of those like just almost pretentious. I don't know. Just didn't like it. It's one of those things where it's like I couldn't tell if what was happening throughout the movie was real or in his head. Maybe a little bit of both. Cannot recommend this movie. I'll get into some spoilers and just talk about it, but yeah, I wouldn't get into this movie. So getting into the spoilers, I take it that Joaquin's character, Beau, Joaquin Phoenix's character, is mentally ill. He is seeing a therapist and he has mother issues. He lives in a very dangerous neighborhood. His mom seems absolutely batshit and abusive, especially the phone call scene in the beginning of the movie. He's trying to go see her, but he has something happen where somebody steals his keys and his luggage. Although if he's so like not well, he probably like lost them or hid them from himself. But he's on the phone with her just saying like, I lost my keys, like I want to come see you, what should I do? And she just has these moments where she just gets really quiet and she's just very passive aggressive. And he's like, no, but like, what should I do? I want to come see you. And she just gets off the phone with him and leaves him feeling like crap. And that scene made me really sad and uncomfortable because I'm a mom and I couldn't do that to my kid, like whether she was a child or an adult. Like I can't relate to that type of whatever is wrong with her. He later on gets stabbed after he is distraught out in the street after finding out that his mom has been killed by a chandelier falling and like obliterating her head. After he's stabbed, he's also hit by a car and taken in by the couple that hit him, who are just as batshit as everybody else. So this movie is just one big journey of him trying to get to his mom's funeral. He has no money. His card is declined everywhere. So as he's at this couple's house, their daughter is completely unhinged and she drinks a can of paint and dies. The mother finds her there with Beau and she's no longer with us. The mom blames Beau and she sends her dead sons, who he was like killed in action in Iraq or whatever. She sends her dead son's old war buddy, who they have also taken in, to take him out. Beau runs into the woods and stumbles upon this group of other orphans who are putting on a play in the woods, and then we find out more about him. His mother, when he's a child, tells him that his dad died after having sex with her. He never has sex because he's scared that he's gonna wind up like his dad. There's a flashback scene to where he meets a girl on a cruise ship. He's on a cruise with his mom, and the girl is kind of just as aggressive as his mom is. And she tells him to wait for her, and he supposedly does. Finally, he gets to his mom's house, and turns out the girl from the cruise ship has been working for his mom. There is a hilarious sex scene between them. And so when Beau finishes, he is terrified that he's about to die. But plot twist, old girl from the cruise dies. And ta-da, his mom comes out, is still alive, and berates him for having sex in her bed. Later, she confesses that she bought him as a child from her housekeeper. So then it turns out she's not his real mom, question mark. And his therapist shows up, and his therapist is like, works with his mom and tells his mom everything that Beau says about her. Oh, and there's a giant penis monster in the attic. I'm assuming it's like symbolic for like his mom, like basically like keeping him a virgin all his life for making him scared, you know, like locking him away so that he can't experience life. I mean, that's what that means, right? Like his penis is locked in an attic. So Beau, I can't stop yawning. I'm still bored apparently. Beau chokes his mom, and then she falls back on a glass table and dies for real. There's a weird ending scene where he's in the center of an arena in a boat. Looks like he's about to be judged. His mom is there, and I think I remember her jumping her death. Like, again, I was on my phone trying to stay awake and like pay attention, but like just enough because I was so bored. His boat tips over and he dies. I don't know if I've missed anything, but that is the gist. I would rate this 1 out of 5 Freddy's. Did not like it. Was not for me. Granted, I went into it thinking it was going to be some kind of like experimental horror movie. It's not what I got. If I had known what this movie was, I would not have gone to see it, to be honest with you. Let me know if you actually love this movie or if you agree and you don't like it. Also, give this video a like if you almost fell over. If you enjoyed this review, subscribe to my YouTube or my Horror Mom podcast. And that'll be it. I will see you in my next video.